Hello, I'm FBX and this is Q&A Saturday, the weekly series I run on my channel and answer your questions that have been asked over the past week or so on my channel. These tend to be mostly about the next update coming out for Minecraft the console, but also just questions about Minecraft and the world in general, but today we're focusing entirely on Minecraft questions. I had a question last week that was like, why don't you do that? So here's just a one-off special of just non-stop Minecraft, non-stop answers and questions and stuff that you might not feel I answer enough of, so hopefully you do enjoy the video answering non-stop Minecraft questions from you from last week's Q&A. So like this video if you do like it, because it helps out the channel and lets know you do like the Q&A Saturday and want to keep on seeing more of this. And if you want to leave a comment for a question that you don't think was answered, leave it in the comments down below about anything, Minecraft or other stuff. This is just a fun little one-off thing. But let's get straight into the first question, which comes in from that pleb guy who says, do you think 4J will create a new minigame server in the new Minecraft, or a minigame server in the new Minecraft? And the simple answer to that question is, I believe maybe. So I know that's the most vague reply, but the thing is that Roger Copter said that, yeah, he'd love to see Glide come to the new Minecraft, or he kind of implied that he'd thought about it a little bit. But the truth is getting the minigames to come into the new Minecraft is a really tricky proposition. The easy way you might think is, oh, they can make a minigame server, it's as easy as that. But bear in mind, making Minecraft servers, especially for the PE or Bedrock version of Minecraft, is really, really tricky, especially for Mojang stuff. It's even though they make the game, the server system isn't really properly maintained for them. It'd be really tricky, and especially 4J Studios, who don't make this new version, they would have a really hard time making a server for the game. So I think what is way more likely, and what we might see in the next year or two, is the console edition, it's less a priority for them, and the Bedrock version is we might see the minigames come in the Realms format, because might know on the PC there's a bunch of minigames you can load directly onto your Realms. Maybe they'll do that on the console, but all of the minigames will be made by 4J, or at least some of them will be. That would be really great. A way to play Battle, a way to play Tumble, a way to play Glide. I'd like to see it on the server personally, like you suggested, but I think we might see it in Realms format, which sounds really confusing, but just trust me when I say it sounds pretty good to me. I'm excited, and maybe you should be too. So let's move to the second question, which comes in from Roofy Dupe 1, who says, Q&A, is Mojang working at all on Minecraft new 3DS edition, or is it only the Other Ocean Interactive? So if you don't know, this game is actually published by Mojang, but it's actually developed by Other Ocean Interactive because it's a whole specialized version for a whole specialized system, and this means that it doesn't really line up with any other Minecraft edition. So Mojang themselves, even though they publish it, they provide guidance to Other Ocean, but it looks like Other Ocean is working on this entirely themselves. Will you see a Minecraft 3DS update? We haven't seen any official confirmation of that, but their plan is to update it some amount. So you will see brand new features. If you're one of the few Minecraft 3DS players out there, I know it's kind of insulting to say, oh, what do you mean one of the few? But there's a lot less 3DS edition players out there than other editions. But if you are one of the people that play this game, then good news for you, there will be updates. And honestly, I think that's kind of fun, because I think if you're playing Minecraft on the 3DS, then it's one of the most portable systems you can do it on. And it'd be a shame if it's the only platform not receiving updates. It does look like you will be receiving updates in the next few months, or at least an update, or many updates after that presumably coming. But yeah, that's what we know so far, and I'll keep you up to date as we know more, because I'm curious about this personally, and I think we all should be too. It's one of the most strange editions of the game, and yeah, that's the Minecraft 3DS edition. Let's move on to the third question, though, which comes in from Val's Corner Yeet, and then a pumpkin, because guess what? It's Halloween this month in 3 weeks. But they say, Q&A, Toycat, do you think the Java edition will get the Bedrock engine, or the Bedrock engine for Windows 7? So, simple question is do you think Java will eventually move to Bedrock and be crossplay, or do you think the Bedrock version will go to Windows 7? And the answer to both those questions is no. So the Java edition is the Minecraft that started it all. It's programmed in Java, which is a horribly inefficient language in a whole bunch of different ways. That's why they always wanted to program Minecraft in C++, if I'm not mistaken, and or C#, but that's why they programmed it in a different language, and that's why there's two Minecraft versions on PC. There's the kind of old version, the Java version, which is the one most people know, and then there is the Windows 10 edition, which only works on Windows 10. So in theory, that version could be programmed Windows 7, but I think Microsoft knows by putting it only on Windows 10, they're encouraging adoption of that operating system, and they really need to get people to move on to Windows 7. That's one of their big goals. They offered it for free for so many years just to get people to move on, and I think they really want to encourage people to keep on doing that. So Microsoft, the OS maker, are going to encourage, Microsoft, the Minecraft team, to probably not release it on those versions, and that's why we might see, eventually Mac OS versions and Linux versions released. But I think seeing Minecraft Windows 10 released before Windows 7, again, it seems slightly unlikely right now, but we could see that change, and that's why I think if you want to play with your friends on the Xbox, you need to have a Windows 10 PC, at least as of present. Again, Minecraft Better Together is always expanding. There's always going to be more Bedrock platforms, but right now we don't know any plans to release on Windows 7, even though that would be pretty useful if you ask me. And again, I assume that's because, now Microsoft has really big plans for Windows 10s, and they want to kind of use Minecraft as a way to get that going. So with that said, let's move on to the fourth question, which comes in from YLD Fawn Dude, who says, why don't producers of Minecraft just use the inventory slot for dual wielding? So this is a very confusing question in general. this is an example of like, if you use confusing grammar, I have no idea what you really mean in this one, but he's basically asking, why don't we use dual wielding, and why don't we just use that simple second slot that already works for dual wielding, like you're seeing in the background gameplay, by the way, where I'm, kind of preparing for the Let's Play. You'll see how I'm holding a Totem of Undying in my second hand. Why not just use that for the dual wielding slot? And the simple answer is because Jeb is really, have I said enough reallys? Like he's incredibly cautious of trying to put dual wielding on these new versions, because although he thinks it's a good idea, and although a lot of Minecraft players do agree, maybe 60-70% of players, there's like this tiny minority, or very large minority, a very angry vocal minority of players who hate dual wielding beyond belief. So that's what's most likely going to happen at some point. But before we get to that point, they're going to slowly ease it in, and they want to make sure that like it happens in a way that everyone doesn't hate it, because people are hating dual wielding on PC because it just kind of happened at once and everyone feels like it ruined PvP. So they're going to make sure it doesn't ruin PvP, and they're going to make sure that it's done in a way where everyone can understand it. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. But the reason it hasn't happened already, even though it would have been an easy thing, they could have done it like that if they really wanted to. But the reason they haven't is because it would be, it's like a big community effect, and they can't really undo it once it's happened. So there's the simple answer to what I believe your question was. But it's a good example of why you should, I guess like more clearly, like express yourself in a comment if you want to be answered in the Q&A Saturday. I figured I mentioned this because I say sometimes some people just like leave spelling mistake filled messages or confusing messages. There's an example of one. But yeah, let's move to the fifth question, which comes in from Cool Man Jr. He's a cool man, but I guess he's the son of someone who was a cool man. And they say, which do you like more, Better Together or the old version? And the truth is the old version being old Xbox One version, the version you'll see me play in the background. The truth is they're really just different games at this point. Like, the Better Together update was meant to be a better version, and although it is better in a lot of different ways, I'm not going to ever say it's worse in some ways, I feel like it was missing a bunch of stuff, and that's always been my big complaint. However, I think as time goes on, right now I'd say I like them about equally. There's just so many, the survival on the old version and the minigames of the old version are just top tier, but the new version has a lot of things it doesn't, so I flip back and forth, honestly. But as far as like which do I think is the better version, I think right now they're about equal, and I think in the future the Better Together version will obviously go ahead because it's receiving new updates at a crazy pace. They're trying to get all the features they're missing from the old version, and they're adding new ones at the same time. It's just my issue with it, the reason I went through all of this effort, which by the way, I've lost like thousands of subscribers just for, a lot of people think like, oh yeah, you just didn't have to be popular. No, I've lost thousands of subscribers. There's a bunch of people that are just like, you're just hating on Minecraft. Like, being popular is the overwhelmingly easier thing to do on YouTube. That's why everyone's just like, oh, this is the best thing. Oh, they're putting in microtransactions. I love paying more for the game. That's why so many people just jump on board with stuff, because it's easier just to be positive, to get on board with something. People like that more. However, I will always express my true opinions, even if it kind of causes that loss in subscribers, apparently. And that is why I say right now, there is problems with Better Together. They still need to fix, and apparently, like 100 of you unsubscribed just because of me saying that. But whatever, that's how things are. I don't think that either version is better right now, and that's a problem. I want the Better Together version to be better, but it's only together. It's, that they should just call it the Together, kind of like the old version, but not really all the way there, but still pretty good. Better, I guess that's not very catchy though, is it? So, with that said, let's move to the next question, which comes in from the Yay Way, who says, what game sensitivity do you play with in Minecraft? I use 145%. That's him, by the way, not me. He put it in brackets. But, yeah, what game sensitivity do I use? So, I wanted to actually use this question as an example, or as an opportunity to talk about your game sensitivity in Minecraft. So, if you play minigames or servers, this is important. If you play survival, I guess you don't need to be competitive, but maybe you want to be anyway. So, basically, the higher your sensitivity, the better at Minecraft you are, if you can use it effectively. So I used to play Minecraft at, I think, at 200%, but I wasn't quite so precise, and it made some mining a little bit difficult. So I play Minecraft at 150%. I personally believe that's the perfect compromise between 100 being like, is just about precise enough for everyone, and 200 is the perfect, like, you're spinning around doing amazing stuff. I think 150% is a really nice compromise between those two, but what I would recommend to you right now, if you want to get better at PvP, is turn your sensitivity up as high as you humanly can. Like, turn it up, see if you can, like, adjust that. Can you fight people just well? You can turn it up again, because being able to 180 faster, or being able to like turn left and strafe around people, is really an important skill, especially in survival games, Hunger Games, all that sort of stuff, and especially when you're playing against people that use a PC and a keyboard, because Windows 10 players can be on their servers and they can wreck you if you're not careful. So watch out for people with a mouse and keyboard by turning up your sensitivity, or if you're playing the old Xbox version, just wreck people for fun. So yeah, with that said, let's move on to the next question, which comes in from Austin the Pickle, who says, will you be able to make your own servers? My friend keeps saying that Mojang promised this, and simple answer is 1, don't believe your friends on stuff. I've said this before, and you might think it's like a weird way to promote myself at this point, but the reason I started making these news videos is because you always hear so many rumors that turn out not to be true. Like, someone said, oh yeah, in the next back in the days, like when TU1 was out, someone was like, oh yeah, the next update's going to increase the height limit, and it's like, where did you hear that? Oh, I just, I don't know where I heard that. Someone tweeted it probably. And it's just like, that's why I make the news videos. That's why I try to make these official sources of what's going on. And if you just listen to your friend, it's really easy. I don't know why. There's like 10% of people just make stuff up and then assume it's true. Like, oh, did you know in the next update they're going to be making emerald armor? Really? Yeah, it was officially announced by the Minecraft Twitter, and they just hope that you don't look it up or something. So on this particular one, making your own servers, you can make a Realms if you have Xbox One or Switch, but you can't make a server, and there's not going to be any way for an individual to make a server. I actually had some clarification on the rules of things, where if you are a business and if you make a very specific deal with Microsoft where you give them, I think it's 30%, it might be higher, but you give them some amount of your revenue, you give them like controls of your servers, and then you can appear in the game. Otherwise, there is no server browser on the console. I don't believe they said they're ever going to make a server browser, and that means that you can't make your own server unless you use the Realm system. That's the current system at the very least. So let's move to the next question, which comes in from Solid Metal Craft, who says, do you think that Mojang will be ready with 1.3 by the time the Xbox One X releases? There's not much time. So simple answer to your question is, I believe probably not at this point. So yeah, the whole idea was the Xbox One X is launching with Minecraft Super Duper graphics. Super Duper graphics require shaders. Shaders require the 1.3 updates. Therefore, 1.3 update in the next month. So I've now started to think that because we haven't seen any development of new features yet, maybe that's intentional, maybe it's just that they took a couple of weeks off. I think that means that we'll probably wait a bit longer for 1.3. Again, I'm really excited for 1.3, but it looks like it might be delayed a little bit. And instead, we'll see the Super Duper graphics released with like the 1.2.4 update or something like that. So yeah, will it be ready? Probably not at this point, I'm starting to think, and that's not too much of a bad thing, in my opinion. So let's move on to the 10th question, which comes in from Old Soldier, who says, IBX Toycat, I play on PS3 and 4, so I love Minecraft news that you always bring. When my nephew got his PS4, I told him to sub to you. By the way, this is the longest question of all time. It's the only question in here that's not entirely Minecraft for the record. But he says, I actually like your speed talking. It's a great change from most YouTubers. I've gone back and forth and watched a lot of your older videos and only have one question. There's a lot of things I actually want to respond to here, but he says, as many videos as you made, is there one that you consider to be your best or one that you came to regret? By the way, chocolate is made from cocoa and sugar, both of which come from plants. Therefore, chocolate counts as a salad, and salad for breakfast is the healthy choice. So first of all, you heard it here first. Salad for breakfast, all you have to do is eat chocolate, and if you eat chocolate ice cream, that's like salad and milk. The healthiest breakfast you can have. Second of all, when you're, so telling someone to subscribe to me, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's how the channel really grows at this point. And third of all, the speedy talking thing, yeah, a lot of people responded when I said that, like, some people didn't like speed talking by saying that's one of the things they like most about the channel, because there's more information density, and this is one of those other things where you can tell, like, it's not like some weird decision where I'm just doing this for some reason, because a lot of YouTubers deliberately slow down their talking, because if you slow down the video, then you can get to 10 minutes better. 10 minutes is obviously the monetization point, and that's, it's fine to make your videos 10 minutes. I think slowing down your videos is like something I hear some people do, and it's a bit weird, but yeah, you can tell if I'm speeding up and I'm missing 10 minutes because of that. You can tell that's how dedicated I am to it. It's not just some weird, like, I'm trying to trick you in some way. I've had some people generally tell me that. But yeah, let me answer your actual question now by talking about videos that I like the most and videos I regret the most. So the videos I like the most are the ones where I just kind of tried something new, and I think they did quite well, actually. I think the worst builds ever is like 1.5 million views. If you haven't seen that, it's where the giant ugly car came from. Again, it was like, it's a really rough video. It hasn't aged well because it was like 2013 Toycat or 2015 Toycat something. But it was like years old Toycat, and I don't like to look at it now, but I really liked making the video at the time, and I'd watch it like 6 months later, really like it. I also really like the worst Minecraft suggestion video, and actually, maybe this is a good opportunity to say, actually, I think I will be doing another worst Minecraft suggestion video at some point soon. So let me know if you would like to see that, because again, it's one of those things where it's like, is that a dead idea or is it something fun? Because I really think, every time I read them, I have a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to doing it again, probably tomorrow or like, the next few days. So yeah, worst Minecraft suggestions, but also chocolate is a salad, and also I'm glad people like my talking speed, because I think it's kind of cool that I can actually talk in the speed I do, and have people enjoy that rather than just be like, why is he talking so fast? What's going on with that? So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like if you liked it, share if you liked it, subscribe if you're around here. I make videos like this one every single day on my channel. If you're subscribed, you should then daily on your homepage. Make sure you hit the bell also, because YouTube is now making this kind of thing where it doesn't show things on the homepage and they show the bell. If you hit the bell, then it really recommends stuff above everything else, and this means that if you want to see my videos daily on your homepage and you want to see them absolutely every single day, and you want to make sure that there's notification on your phone, or whether it's notification notification on your PC. If you hit the one over there, you'll get an email. Then you can do that by hitting the bell button down below. So that's how fast I could talk. Should we start doing that next week's Q&A? I hope you all enjoyed this one, because I'll see you next time. Bye.